Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be covering bad news about a Polish student that was working in Norway that got taken advantage of. A Polish student that worked in Norway for a craft company that only paid him around 100 kroner, which is below the minimum wage in that sector. 100 kroners may sound a lot if you change that into your currency, but when you live in Norway, all your cost of living will be in Norwegian standards, so it's not a lot of money, it's almost nothing. He was working with renovation under the craft company, and he worked for 3 days without a contract, and when he was started to asking for a contract, the company fired him. When the journalist from NRK reached out to the craft company for comments, they didn't respond for some reason. Simon himself, he asked for a contract because he wanted to work legally and pay taxes, because working under the table for foreign workers is very common, especially among Eastern European workers. His deal with the company was to work 3 months, and that of course didn't happen, and the poor guy has so little money that he had to borrow money for food. Now, will there be any consequences for the craft company? Yes, but I think it's gonna be like a slap on the wrist, and because it's a small case, so yeah, my guess is that not much is gonna happen to the company. Unfortunately, the Polish student did not have a happy ending here. Well, he had apparently less money now, even before he came to Norway to work. And the rest of the money he earned here, he had to spend it on a plane ticket back home to Poland. Now, what can you learn from this story? Now, this may sound quite obvious, but do not work for a second unless you have a contract on paper signed by both parties. Do not trust anyone that tell you that, hey, they're gonna pay you after the job is done without that contract. And the most important thing, if you want to work in Norway for a long period, learn Norwegian. I know I've been saying this in a lot of my videos, and I know I'm gonna keep saying it because it's so important. If you are in a similar situation like this Polish student Simon, you can contact Arbeidstilsynet. That is the Norwegian Labor Inspection Authority. I'll put a link in the description here in English. Exploiting foreign workers in Norway is quite common, especially towards Eastern Europeans, because a lot of Eastern Europeans who live in Norway, they can't speak a word Norwegian, and they can barely speak English at all. So they don't know how to speak up due to the language barrier, and they don't know who to contact, because if you can't read or even speak, you will have obviously have a harder time here. There are probably like hundreds or maybe thousands of cases like this, and Simon actually got off quite easy because he was asking for a contract. A lot of Eastern European workers who work under a table, they probably don't even have a contract, and there's nothing written on email or text messages, and you're quite vulnerable when you are in these situations. So probably a lot of cases that are like, I guess, 10 times worse than Simon's here. Now, for those who want to move and work in Norway, I hope you learn something very important here. And once again, if you want to move and live in Norway for a long time or rest of your life, learn Norwegian. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.